Welcome to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. It's the first of 2023. We're going to be talking about The Last of Us. Yes, so, first one of 2023. Took a break, as I've been taking lots of break lately. But we're talking about The Last of Us, the first 3 episodes. There will be some spoilers, so be pre-warned. My thoughts on The Last of Us so far are that of amazement. I think it's phenomenal. I think it sticks mostly to the core material perfectly. When it does deviate from some of the core material, like the spores and the tendrils, the kissing, for me, the most part, it works. I think it's fair to say that Bella Ramsey has killed it as Ellie, and we've seen most of that in the second episode before. Yes, most of the second episode where we got to see a bit of the connection between her and Joel. And obviously it builds on the third episode too. I feel she got a bit of a bad rep at the start because she didn't look like her, blah, blah, blah. Have people not learned anything from Michael Keaton as Batman? Have people not learned anything from Heath Ledger as the Joker? No, they haven't. They still go on the internet and troll and talk bullshit, like myself, but different kind of bullshit, where she was just slaughtered because people thought she didn't look like Ellie and blah, blah, blah. Well, she's an actor, so she's paid to, I don't know, act, betray a person. And they were told not to watch any of the TV shows, so they weren't fully just mimicking what they seen on the game, which I thought was really good, and yet she still nails most of it. Pedro Pascal, absolutely phenomenal in everything. The man just, anything he touches, it turns to gold. Just watching the TV show was just, when you're seeing shots that you've played in the game, it's like, that's that, and that's that. And it's just so good to watch. And obviously, because it's a TV show, the action has kind of died down a little bit. They could have really went full on gore and blood and action every like the game, but then that's not real life. That's not reality. I played The Last of Us 1 and 2 numerous times where when I first played, you're real cautious and you're quiet, and then the second, third time, you're just going around fucking killing everything and anything just because it's a bit of fun. But the action should be separated out a bit. We don't need it all the time. We want to build that story, and it is probably one of the best stories in gaming history. So we want to build that story out and flesh it out a bit. There will be scenes altered or added, like in episode 3. There is a couple of things missing there's a good few things missing that aren't really in the game. You get the backstory with Bill and Frank. It's a really good story there, building up to the heartbreak, I suppose. And that's what a TV show has to do. It can't give us what we want. It may give us nibbles of what we want, but it has to give us what we need. What we need is a good story. And building on that core material that we have from the original games, and hopefully adding on it. And there's some things that people just won't like, but writing a TV show is not the same as playing a game. You can't just run around just shooting everything all the time. There has to be some sort of backstory. There has to be some sort of character arcs and story development there. Otherwise, what is the point? And if they don't change anything, again, what is the point of watching this? Because people, from what I've seen, some people just want the exact same, what they see in the game, the exact same layout. Just play the fucking game then. That's the point. I've really enjoyed the acting, the writing, some of the backdrops and the cinematography, fantastic. So far, the chemistry between Bella and Pascal as Joel and Ellie has really lived up to it. The third episode really brought emotion, and like really gut wrenching kind of death scenes in the game that you did feel You feel them really a lot more in the series, in my opinion, all the way from Sarah to Tess to the recent episode. And I can only imagine that the third episode was probably an episode for some people that maybe would have gone, ooh. Personally, I thought it was fantastic. But I can understand why it deviates a lot more from the game in the third episode than it does in the previous two. For the betterment, if you ask, which my opinion doesn't really matter. But I'm really, really looking forward to see what they do. Few more episodes again left. I'm not going to do an episode review every episode. I might do one every 3 episodes. I'm kind of build in from there. Clickers were amazing. Want to see more of the runners as well. I can't wait till the stalkers and everything comes into it. And we have been already told season 2 will be brought to our screens as well, which I'm really looking forward to too as well. I'm not sure how they play out season 2. Does it have to go directly into part 2? Or could it be like an in-between of part 1 and part 2, what Joel and Ellie did in between both games? Or maybe we see part 1 from Abby's perspective before her father does. That would be really good. And then maybe season 3 goes into both Ellie and Abby hunting each other. But we'll see. We'll get to that there. We've loads more to go here. But I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really intriguing. The writing is excellent. The acting is superb. And can't wait for more. But please like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode in accordance with Top Floor Films. Have a good one.